Okay, this is MB Moose Lover, and this was on the morning of March 12th. Just daylight, and there's a grouse coming in to the eatery here. It was a pretty poor video, but anyway, he's coming in here in a hurry to get some sunflower seeds. And the gray squirrels and the red squirrel, they put the run to him, and then he got all nervous and get right over there. Come on, get right over there and get some. Come on, gross. Get in there. Look, now he's going back over there. And this was later in the evening on that's March 12th, and pretty sure it was the same grouse. Came back in the evening, and he probably wasn't very far away. He just headed down, that morning he headed down where we have a little brook there, and usually go down and stay in a tree or feed around there somewhere. And then of course the squirrels, they wouldn't stop harassing him, and they're so greedy. And they're like in the Bugs Bunny cartoon with Daffy Duck with the jewels, you know, mine, down, and mine, and the pieces of 8. And so anyway, he wasn't going to give in as easy. This night he was hungry, so he's like, I'm going to challenge you. So he got a little bit more forceful, and he got a chance to eat here. So, and the little squirrel, he was like, you know, defiant. You know, he still chased him a couple of times, but I thought the grouse might just give up, but he's gonna come back here. And it was kind of cute how they end up here. Yeah, I'm getting winding down here to feeding. I'm not feeding my birds anymore, and winding down. I'm not going to feed the grouse much more either. Just a few more days here where it's still cold. The nights are still cold, because it's not good to feed them in the summer. All the predators that are around and everything, they've got to start drumming and, you know, building nests and have their eggs and everything, so raise their chicks. And they need a lot of natural foods, insects and such. So he kind of went out around here and he's feeding on some whatever he can find there. He's just kind of doop-de-doop-de-doo-doo-doo. I'm just kind of sneaking back in. And when you're not looking, I'm going to rush you. And the little squirrel, this time he chickened out. And the grouse, he becoming a real expert of eating out of a bowl. And he's like, man, that's the thing. Eating seed like that, I can just eat. I don't have to worry about, you know, sorting the hulls and, you know, the husks on the ground and look for the best seeds. I can just eat. Speed eating. That's what grouse like to do. They like to speed eat and then get back up in their tree. And it's cute here because the squirrel's going to come back, and they're going to actually just feed beside each other, which I thought was pretty cool. You know, they decided to call a truce, and there's a bowl for each of them. So, and I went and put some. I took all of my bowl feeders I had on the trees, and I moved them down towards the brook, where to move the squirrels and everything that way, just to give the grouse a little bit more freedom so they don't have to fight for the food, and the and that way the deer and the turkeys, if they do come around the feeders, it's not right here in this particular spot. And I'm not putting feed on the ground anymore, it's just in these little bowls, and I put bowls up in the trees in that other spot so that the squirrels can still get them, but then we don't have such a mess on the ground to attract all the other animals. So yeah, here is he come back, and he's like, okay, I'll let you have a few. And I lied. He's still being a little shithead. Yeah, and the grouse at that point, I think he had enough. He's like, okay, I got enough for the night, and a little mean little squirrel. And yeah, so but it's not quite the end, because he's gonna return. The squirrel here, he basically left, and the grouse, after he kind of moved around the background there a little bit, he came back and said, hey, I'm not done yet, I'm still hungry. And he gonna eat a little bit more here. He's putting away the seed. Cold nights here, you need the extra fuel. And this was still fairly early in the evening here, I think. And then I have a hard time remembering these stories, because I got so many different nights that I filmed them, and I can't remember. There's 2 grouse and 1 grouse. So and there's another 2 parts to this. There's part 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now he's going to go over here, and he is going to fly up into a tree for the night, and right above the new stand that I made for him to sleep in, but I don't think he's sleeping in it. Anyway, later, MB Much Lover.